Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be actually showing you how you can use the ChatGPT with Rovo. That's right, the release of this connector was last week, and you can do a lot of stuff with this. So first of all, what we need to go through is the initial setup that we're having. So there are like two steps in here. The one step is actually doing this from the ChatGPT itself. So within the ChatGPT, you actually want to click on your profile. You want to actually go to your settings. And from your settings, you want to go to apps and connectors. I already have a Rovo being connected in here, but you're going to find that option right here. So I'm not going to go through the whole installation step because the only thing that is going to ask you is going to be this authentication part. Now, in order to be able to actually add the ChatGPT to your Rovo site so it can fetch the issues and everything else, you need to be the site administrator for that one. So when everything is basically done in here, you're going to actually see it. And now when you want to disconnect it, you can actually do that. So that is the very first step that you actually need to take. The second step is, well, using the integration itself. So how do you actually use it? You click on plus, you go more, and you have Atlassian Rovo. And now one thing that you probably have seen there is that it's still in beta. So what this actually means is that first of all, it takes some time for Rovo and ChatGPT to actually sync up. Why? Because even though with this account that I'm actually having within my Jira site, so if I actually go here and if I go around here, when I go to my settings in here, I can see that I have all the Jira admin settings. So with that account, I'm the actual Jira admin. But what happens is I wasn't able to basically see all possible projects actually in there. So, and then I was adding myself as the project admin to one of the spaces, and then I told ChatGPT, hey, now show me all the refreshed list, and it included that project. So I'm going to say fetch all projects that you can give me data about. And you're actually using this with the Rovo integration itself. So now it's actually connecting to the app itself, and it's saying that it's being connected and it's going through it. So, but then again, it's saying that basically there are 25 projects available. Below is a clean, practical summary that you can actually take on. So, first of all, so now it's distinguishing and the service management or the service desk projects that it can actually see. So we can see the project key and we can also see the name of it as well. And it's saying, okay, what kind of data I can actually extract in here. Then it's going for software projects. Then it's going for business projects, product discovery projects, and so on. So, and in here, it's basically telling me and saying, well, this is what I have. So I can say create an overall insight of these projects and outline work items that need improvements. So in here, it's all about the prompt as well. So follow the clear, actionable improvement backlog you can actually do. So, and it's saying environment profile. So it's saying, okay, I have the heavy usage of the Jira Service Management, multiple service delivery products, early stage product discovery spaces, and so on. So it's really good. So this is not too many projects, it's too many inconsistent standards. So, and then it's actually telling you, okay, what are your core strengths? And you have strong separation of concerns, Good use of JSM issue types, product discovery adoption, mix of Kanban and Scrum, and request-driven workflows. And then it's saying, okay, what are the problems in here? And it's saying inconsistent work item taxonomy. Same concept, different issue types. Task deliverable, document feature mean different things in different projects. Hierarchies vary widely. Impact, impossible to compare work across teams. Portfolio reporting is unreliable. And there is workflow sprawl. This is the second problem. Third problem, weak definition of done. Discovery, and which is delivery disconnect. And there is project-specific problems. And what it's giving here, overloaded issue types, too many request forms. SLA is defined but not optimized. And you have what is the risk in here. And then you have software projects. What are the common issues? And so on. So, define global task, priority 2, reduce workflows by 30 to 40%. So it's giving you some actionable things that basically you can actually do. So this is something that is really, really interesting. Okay, so the type of insight client pays for. So I need this insight to help me understand bottlenecks that projects have and how they can be fixed. So I can actually go in more with that. So yeah, so then it's taking and saying, okay, what do we actually have in here? Signals, it's fixed. What you see, what is how to fix it. All right, so a lot of stuff in here, right? It gives you wide range of answers, which is okay because first of all, I didn't tell it to be like, hey, be focused on this. So I can say for projects, plans, what could be improved? So this is like project specific. Okay, platform development. And it's saying, okay, there we go. So it's saying what this actually is. So it's lack flow, control, and clarity of the intent. And there is like, okay, what are the bottlenecks in here as well? Initiative epic breakdown is weak, too much work in progress. Dependency management is implicit. Risks are not actively managed. Definition of done is too soft, and so on. So it really takes a deep dive now when you actually specify the project. So you always need to specify what data from which project do you actually need to get the data from. So it's more in prompting than really like something else. So that is actually really good. And yeah, you can go on, you can do it on how much you like. Of course, for free tiers, you are limited in terms of how many prompts that you can actually get and how many prompts you can use. Bear that in mind. Other than that, everything else is working pretty fine. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to this channel, and yeah, that's it. See you in the next video. Bye.